Welcome to the Too Busy to Eat Show. I'm Greg Zaffalato, the host of this show. And today I have been so excited about this interview for a long time. I've been waiting for it. And it will not disappoint. Today we have Amanda Tress on the show today. She's a very dynamic woman. She has 3 different businesses. So she's an entrepreneur. She helps many other women entrepreneurs be successful, especially in the fitness industry. She has a digital consulting company, and she has another company called the Agency Side. And she has another company called Faster Way to Fat Loss, where she's really impacting a large community of women and helping them lose weight. She does so much, and we talk about too busy to eat, being too busy. She is the epitome of that, but she is thriving. So we get to learn a little bit about how she handles all that and keeps everything juggles everything, and comes out successful in all aspects of life. So I'm excited to share this interview with you. Well, welcome, Amanda. I'm so excited that you've taken the time out of your busy schedule to be on the Too Busy to Eat show.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much, Greg.
And you're coming to us from sunny Florida.
I am sunny, hot Florida right now.
Oh,
for
yes.
Sure. Yes.
Now, you've just shared some pretty exciting news, and I saw that on Instagram, Facebook. You want to share it with our community?
Absolutely. So for your community, my name is Amanda Tress, and I am a mom of 2, soon to be 3. I actually have my 3rd on the way, who is a daughter. So we're really excited about that. We were a little surprised, but now we're thrilled. So I think the family's going to be complete after this.
That is very exciting. It's a little, you go from 2 to 3. It's a little change, but
right.
You'll adapt, and it'll be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Now that my kids are my daughter's going into 8th grade, we do think about we want more. That's
my goodness. Yeah.
But it'd be a little hard now, but
yeah, absolutely.
So that's great.
I've never ever heard someone say they regret having more kiddos.
Right.
So
there you go.
There's always the possibility. Yeah. Never say never.
That's right. Well, why don't you? I know a lot about you because I've done my research. But why don't you give us a little bit of background of your journey that took you to your point you are in life today?
Yeah, absolutely. So my journey with health and wellness specifically really starts in high school, when I was fit and active, but not necessarily healthy. In fact, in high school, I was on blood pressure medication, believe it or not. I was about to go on metformin for blood sugar issues. Yeah. I had a metabolic disorder that I was dealing with. I was super stressed in high school. I was the president of the student body. I played 3 sports per year. And frankly, even though I was active in sports, my nutrition was not good. In fact, you can say it was pretty darn awful. Both of my sisters are morbidly obese. I didn't grow up in a family who modeled healthy eating, whole food nutrition. Most of our meals were fast food. And so at the time, I went on blood pressure meds. My blood pressure was pretty darn bad for a 16, 17-year-old. We're talking 170 over 110 consistently. So, that was a big issue. But my doctor said, your family has a history of high blood pressure. You will be on this medication for the rest of your life. And as a 16-year-old, I didn't question him.
Right.
Because frankly, I didn't know better. And he was about to put me on metformin, but then thankfully I graduated and went to college. And when I got to college, I looked around and I noticed that I was the only one of my peers on blood pressure meds or about to go on the metformin or, just not feeling good or able to go to an amusement park because I would, kind of be huffing and puffing. And so anyway, in college, I decided to become a personal trainer. Started training my freshman year. I'd always been interested in fitness.
Right.
And at the time, I became also educated regarding nutrition. Now, this was 10, 15 years ago, and the nutrition education provided was subpar at best. And so I made some modifications and changed a few things around, but still wasn't even close to where we are today in regard to the education regarding whole food nutrition, etc. I was able to wean myself off of blood pressure meds in college, which was a huge win for me. I got leaner, got fitter, more healthy, more energized overall. Fast forward several years, I was still learning about nutrition and making better choices, was very immersed in the fitness industry from a workout standpoint. But after I had my first baby, I developed quite a few food sensitivities and allergies. And I'd be training clients in the gym at 5 p.m. I'd be doubled over, wasn't sure why I was so gassy and bloated and having these gut issues. And eventually I said, I've got to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor. They tested me for celiac. I didn't have celiac, and they kind of sent me on my way. And I said, gosh, there's got to be something going on here. It's got to be food related. So I, at the time, decided to eliminate gluten and dairy. And overnight, I felt better.
Wow.
It transformed my life. I ended up getting pregnant with my second, and I started a paleo pregnancy through that journey of being pregnant with Cole. After I delivered, I maintained that paleo lifestyle and a focus on whole food nutrition, a focus on leafy greens and protein fit fats. But then I also discovered intermittent fasting. I discovered intermittent fasting 2+ years ago. And the main reason is because, Greg, I was too busy to eat. Let's be clear. When you're working full time, ramping up a fitness business, ramping up a digital marketing agency, growing, raising 2 kiddos, I was building a house. I thought, gosh, this intermittent fasting thing kind of sounds great. Maybe skip breakfast. So I discovered intermittent fasting, experimented quite a bit with my clients in person and online. And now I have perfected the lifestyle, and I'm pregnant with my third, but still continuing that lifestyle. I just feel better, more fit, stronger, happier, more energized than ever before.
That is great. I mean, it just all kind of laid out, worked out to where you got you where you are. But now the intermittent fasting, so for people that might not know, that's, it's skipping meals or multiple meals. So your rhythm is you skip breakfast. Is that what you do?
So I've done quite a bit of experimenting with intermittent fasting, which is really just simply a feeding schedule, an eating schedule. You have periods of fasting, periods of eating, and most all of us do some level of intermittent fasting. Even if we're just simply sleeping, we're, wrapping up dinner at 7, we're waking up the next morning and eating breakfast at 8. We have actually experienced a fast, and we are breaking our fast when we eat breakfast, which literally means break fast. Typically, I'm breaking my fast closer to noon, and I enjoy cold pressed juices in the morning to extend the fast and flood my body with micronutrients. I used to do a 24-hour fast every 5 days. I don't do that while I'm pregnant. I'm not going to eliminate, the fuel sources while pregnant. So I do have my clients doing that. Occasionally they're all actually fasting today. I have 1,015 clients fasting.
Oh my gosh.
I am eating. So I feel
you're posting pictures of your meals on Instagram.
I've tried not to. I posted the juices, but that's about it.
That is fantastic, because I feel like intermittent fasting is kind of, you started in college, you got a little education, we keep learning more and more. And I think I know it's a newer thing out to the public, but I think it's really life-changing for people. It can be,
agreed. And it's interesting because it's been practiced for centuries upon centuries, but just recently it became more of a fad. And it's funny because I started experimenting with intermittent fasting before it became trendy.
Right.
And so I've been able to really capitalize and say, listen, I can tell you exactly what to do and what not to do. And listen, it's not a fad, and it's here to stay. And it's so important for immune system and insulin sensitivity and the maintenance of skeletal muscle and so many different benefits. So really, really enjoy it.
Our body is made, our body's made for that.
Exactly.
And it thrives in those conditions, which is, that's what I learned. Like, people would ask me, well, doesn't that mess your hormones up? Doesn't it do this? Doesn't it, all your muscle mass get taken away? Okay, listen, your body was created to go periods of time, sometimes days, sometimes weeks without food.
Exactly.
And, you don't have to go to the weeks, but some people can, but you going to those short periods of fasting, it's extremely healthy for your body.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Now, I did also hear that you don't like to cook. So I'm very fascinated. How do you manage? If you don't like to cook, you have a family of 3. Well, yeah, but your husband and 2 kids, and now a third coming. What's your secret?
That's a great question. I am a little bit of a cheater. I actually have a personal chef. She cooks 6 dinners per week for us, and she cooks all of my lunches. So she cooks that breakfast meal for me, break fast, and she does 6 dinners per week, and then we go out about once a week. Right. It's not that I can't cook; it's that I choose not to because my life is so busy. And it's kind of funny. My daughter recently at school was asked, what does your mom cook the best? And Emma said, my mom doesn't cook, but I really like Chef Donna. So I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, that's worked really well for us. And my chef is on board with gluten-free, dairy-free, whole food nutrition-based. She'll always say, you guys are my healthiest clients. And she and I actually have developed a cookbook together for my clients based on what she prepares for me on a weekly basis, which is exciting.
Yes, it's really exciting. And there's other avenues, and not everybody can do a personal chef. There are a lot of other avenues that
absolutely.
When you talk to your clients, is there some things that you help them with if they're not great in the kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a good question. We focus on planning ahead, of course, meal prepping and planning on the weekend. Having different bars like your bar, Greg, is a wonderful option for my clients who are working full-time. They're on the go. They need something healthy and clean that they can feel confident consuming. We have other food service options that we'll recommend as well that are gluten-free, dairy-free, or whatever the case may be, where it's a little bit of a quicker process. So yeah, that's a great question. I do have some recommendations. And again, I'm kind of a cheater with the personal chef, but that works well for my family.
You figured it out, and you always have that. And so you learn and then you help others along the way. Now, I'm also fast. I mean, that is one way you handle, you are doing a lot. You have 3 businesses, you have a family. It just, from definitely my perspective, it looks like you got everything all together. It's fantastic, but you're extremely busy. What are some of the things like handling stress and your demand on time? I know I watched something you talked about how much email, you hate email because it just can absorb your life. What are some of the things that you have done to basically survive, not just survive, but thrive in your environment?
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, it's been a process over time of becoming stress effective. One of the most important elements of my life is that I have a wonderful team. My support team is phenomenal. I have a great administrative assistant who set up this interview for us, and I just had to show up. My husband stepped down from his position at the Air Force Base last year. He now works with me full time, which is very, very helpful. And I'm good at deciding what is non-essential. And ignoring most things. Most things are non-essential. And so I was laughing on a team meeting this morning. I said, I know you guys send me 500 text messages per day and I only respond to 3. But if it's not on fire, I'm just simply not going to prioritize it. And they were all laughing. They're like, yes, you frustrate us. I'm like, if it's 2 days in advance, it doesn't bother me today. I will, 2 days later, I will, mess with that. So I now don't check email. I have an administrative assistant who checks all of my emails, responds to all my emails. In fact, I haven't really opened my inbox since January 1st. And since then, we've been able to really accelerate the growth of the businesses. And also too, Greg, I think one of the most important priorities I have is that I do work out daily.
Yes.
You will never see me skipping a workout. In fact, I've been, I'm 17 and a half weeks pregnant. I haven't missed a single workout. That's a big priority. It's on my calendar.
Yep. Yep.
3 p.m. today, I'm going straight for the gym. In fact, one of the trainers, even yesterday, she's like, I have never seen you miss a day in here. And I'm like, yeah, it's, it's just for me a big priority. And also too, this is kind of funny. I'm a napper, especially when I'm pregnant. I do not miss my naps. And I am very strategic about how much sleep I get. So for me, that's a big thing. Like I'll unplug by 7 so I can be completely, relaxed and in bed by 9:45. And I know that makes me sound like an old person living in Florida, which maybe I am, but here we are.
But it works. I mean, you have to figure out what works in your lifestyle. And that, getting the right rest, whether it's, nighttime is good, but the naps are a huge benefit.
Huge. Yeah. Power naps.
Yeah, that's great. For fitness wise, so you mentioned nutrition. We know, you stay away from gluten and dairy, and you have, you have the intermittent fasting side. And in fitness, what is kind of your mode of exercise?
Yeah, really good question. So what I typically do, I do carb cycle.
Okay.
Which many of your listeners probably do as well. Monday, Tuesday, I typically focus on high intensity interval training, Tabata, fasted cardio. Wednesday, I do a full body strength training workout. Okay. Thursday's my back day, second most important day of the week. Friday, I rest, just active recovery.
Yep.
Saturday's my leg day, and I do enjoy some donuts on Saturday.
Donuts, yes.
Every Saturday.
I did have the question here. What's your favorite donut? Because I thought I've seen T-shirts you have on with donut. Talking about donuts.
Yes, yeah. My motto is somewhere between a juice cleanse and a donut, because that's kind of how to describe my life. Yeah, Saturday, my clients and I, we have a lot of fun. My daughter, who's 6, she's always asking, how many days till high carb day? How many days till leg day? Because she knows she gets donuts on leg day.
Yes.
And then Sunday we rest, yoga, active recovery. I love to lift heavy. And so that's where I'll focus most of my energy for my workouts. But there's a place for high intensity intervals, Tabata, fasted cardio, and active recovery. Most women are doing insane workouts 6 or 7 days a week, and they're breaking their thyroid, and they have adrenal fatigue, and they can't figure out why they can't get rid of the midsection fat. And it's because they're overtraining and under-consuming. So my focus is fueling with enough of the right calories and then doing the minimum, amount of workout that I need to do to really see results.
But over the years, you found that mixture, the one, like you mentioned, is really key to stopping the burnout and the adrenal, the fatigue.
Yeah. And carb depletion strategies are so important as well in regard to the midsection fat. And then reducing stress, working on gut health, getting enough sleep, all of those things are such an important part. And eating healthy food that is accessible, just like your bars. I cannot wait to try them. I think, that is a very key piece.
Yeah. Now you are, all of this helps you manage a very busy life, because you do amazing things with fitness, and you help a lot of women, but you have multiple businesses. So I'm fascinated with your entrepreneurship. You do a lot of things. So let's go to that side, the agency side, what you do there. You also work as a consultant. You have your own business. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when you reference the 3 separate businesses, I have the fitness business and a really phenomenal feature program, in addition to a membership where we take a deep dive on a health and wellness related topic each month. I also have a business coaching company, and my clients who start working with me typically never stop. So we have, I think, over 40 active clients on the business coaching side. And then we also have a full service digital marketing agency, in addition to a certification course for other trainers who want to lead programs similar to mine. And frankly, I give them the digital marketing expertise needed and a business in a box. So that's been a very successful vertical within the business. And my career background is actually digital marketing in addition to the fitness side. And I have experience as the general manager for a business incubator. So my passion is really to help other wellness professionals earn significant income so they can recirculate their wealth.
Right. And you're multiplying yourself with all this, which is fantastic. because
Yeah.
that's changing lives, obviously, when the health side, but now you're changing lives on the career side,
Yeah.
you're changing the path. Yeah, that's fantastic. And you specialize with helping women, fitness and nutrition professionals in that. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And mostly women who want to scale a business online.
Right.
Because Greg, you and I both know when we started in the fitness industry, even, 10, 15 years ago when we were in the industry, most of us went the traditional route. We
Yeah.
trained at a gym,
Yeah.
we traded hours for dollars, and now it's possible to scale. And I say, hey, listen, it's never been easier to be a millionaire or harder to be an average citizen. If you're a trainer at a gym, you are having a hard time scraping by.
Yes.
But if you're willing to look online, then you're able to scale in pretty big ways, and the ripple effect is significant in regard to impact.
Yeah. That now with all these different pieces going on, what do you have? What's coming next? I mean, you have a baby coming, but that's a big one.
A baby.
Yes. Oh, what's next for you?
Yeah, what's next? I am very focused right now on my membership site for my fitness clients.
Okay.
We started last month. It was in beta last month, and we have about 250 members now.
Okay.
We have a mentor each month. In fact, Greg, you and I should chat sometime. You would be a great mentor. We take a deep dive on a health and wellness related topic. My clients receive workouts and accountability each month. My goal is 1,000 people in that particular membership by January.
Okay.
So that's my big focus. Probably my most exciting project right now, though, is the Faster Way to Fat Loss Certified Coaching Program, where other trainers are able to come in. They become educated on the strategies that I teach my clients. They then can run the Faster Way to Fat Loss program. And so we're creating a pretty awesome movement. We have about 60 coaches who are scaling their own businesses, and they are just absolutely thriving. So it's very exciting to watch that happen.
That is really exciting. So
Thank you.
A lot of things going on, but you have the systems in place, and you in your busy life, you figured out, and that's what everybody has to do at their level. They have to figure out how to manage everything, and you can be healthy, you can be successful, you can have a family. You just have to learn how to prioritize. And then you said something good about you learn what to basically ignore and what to get
right.
Just say,
yeah, most things are non-essential.
Non-essential. That's it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, for that person out there that is, let's talk about that. That's unhealthy. That is stressed out. What is there one piece of advice you could give that person to take at least a step towards better health and happiness?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my biggest piece of advice is, listen, it's about progress, not perfection. Make one small daily change every day, every week, whatever feels manageable, whether it's eating a healthy bar that you can incorporate into your routine, whether it's focusing more on water intake through the day. Every day, just kind of chip off on the list and make progress, because if we feel both progress and passion, we will accomplish our goals long term. Yeah. Don't try to do everything all at once. My clients know we're just taking it a step at a time. We're getting a kickstart through prep week, through week 1, through week 2. And then we kind of start making some other lifestyle changes. So that would probably be my best piece of advice.
That is great. Progress, not perfection. I love it. Well, I can't thank you enough. I love to hear all the things you're doing, the lives you're impacting. It's just multiplying. So, I know there's so many things going on. I just can't thank you enough for taking the time to be on the Too Busy to Eat show.
Oh, absolutely. It's been my pleasure. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye.